Hi, welcome to another Fairy Blessing weekly read. So what do the fairies need to tell us today? Let's have a look. Thank you, fairies. Spirit guides, being here. With our inner spiritual journey. What do we need to know? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the bottom one, 7. This table is never big enough. Right, so what is the subconscious meanings of this week? So we have light. Light is the very essence of who we are. We're born into light, and divine light and love is all around us. Our inner light needs to shine, and this is our subconscious desire. It's like a magnet light, and within the sun shines light, the divine force and creativity. So light here is the fairy queen of light, comes to shed love and light onto your current situation, and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. You can see the form of light in this fairy has a vibrational colour. Each colour only comes from light. So colour, when we see colour, it's the absence of that colour that we're actually seeing. And this has a certain vibration. So light will reveal colours to us. So we need to shine that colour. And if you understand that colour on a subconscious level has a subtle effect on us, then what colours are we wearing and looking at today and into the week? You may have your favourite colour. Why is that? Why do you have that particular colour? Is there a colour that you totally disregard? Have a look subconsciously why that is. So the light that you actually see does have that vibration. Raising your vibration in the light will help you connect with that inner love. So when we connect to inner light and love, we can attract all those positive things that we want and desire in our life. So have a look at your wardrobe, what you're wearing, what is on your skin. Find out for yourself if you're very neutral or very colourful, and why that is at this very moment. So have a look at what light means to you. What is absent and what is there? What is the yin yang? You need everything, but what today and this week is shining on you? Okay, that's subconscious from the fairy queen herself. So what magic and change are we bringing into our lives this week? Nature signs. This is vitally important, to look at the nature signs, the ebb and flow of life itself. The seasons will always change. We don't have to do anything to make a season change. The power of just being is in the reflection of what life itself is about. The badges here are black and white. Situations can be black or white. But this particular fairy is in dark royal blue. The expansion of life, the transformation that she is bringing into your life today is reminding that we need to expand our consciousness. We need to look at the bigger picture. When we individually look at things in nature, the trees that have lost their leaves or budding on the trees, the animals that become extinct on a daily basis, what are we losing that we need to lose? But what do we need to maintain within our life? Integrity, love. There's a massive amount of emotions and words that can indicate what we need to look at. The fairy is at the stream of consciousness that flows between each and every one of us. If we connect now with each other and send love and understanding and patience, we can see the change and the magic within our life. So the fairy is saying, expand your consciousness and see the change, not only for you, but for the whole planet and universe. So what are we accepting in our life? And what are we being gently conscious about it? Well, this is a double meaning again. It's go outside. When we go outside in the winter, it's cold, but it's fresh, and we do see change. The sky is always so different, even if it's grey or brightly blue. So when we go outside, we refresh our lungs. We feel the breeze and the atmosphere on our face, and we feel a sense of being alive. Going outside is quite dangerous at times because we live in a society where we have busy roads, people that can cause us harm. But going outside in nature to look at the signs is to be one with nature. The simplicity, the growth, the understanding that we are part of that. We came from the planet Earth. All the chemicals and minerals that you're made of came from the earth. You are part of the earth. That is your home. So when you go outside, what are you noticing? Are you noticing the earth as an earth person? Are you noticing the birds as a air sign? All these elements are within us and outside of us, and it is vast. So what today can we do when we go outside? Are you one of these people that loves to hug a tree? Are you one of those people that loves to see the different changing fungi in autumn, the buds in spring, the amazing frost and the snow in the wilderness and the forests and the beaches? Going outside is so simple and so just doing what it does. So this is the accepting that things do change, but it's also accepting that we can change and adapt to an environment, but knowing that when we change the planet, we're changing who we are as well, whether that's positive or negative. So now we're looking at our loving self and how that kind of adapts. So when we look at the friendship, we have to be kind and loving towards ourselves, but we have to be friendly. So being friendly not only to ourselves but other people is essential. So what's saying here is the fairies and the humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. So maybe if you've been feeling alone, you need friends. The loving aspect of self does need friendship. Even if you're making a friend with a tree when you've gone outside, or a bird that you see every time you go on that walk, or sitting by that pond and seeing the ducks. Whatever it is, there is a friendship, a kinship, a fellowship. This has been a very important message for January, last week and this week. So make sure, I suppose, that you are being friendly to yourself, but also making new friends that are loving towards yourself. Okay? And wishes and desires of the week. Transformation. We had this card last week as well. So for January, it's very important to transform who we are. Sometimes we are in self-doubt, self-disbelief about certain aspects. This transformation fairy is really emanating the colour pink, magenta, which stands for universal love. When we transform from self-doubt into self-worth and self-love, change does take place. This is how we wish for ourselves on a subconscious level. It's what we desire on a long-term goal of the soul and of the spirit. So do look at how you can transform to love yourself and love the universe. So this message from the fairies is really quite clear today. So for the rest of the week, we've got the blessings and the gratitude. Purity. This is a wonderful card. To be pure, to really bless that the divine love and purity is there for us to tap into. So the purity fairy is here with her friend the unicorn. So that's a friendship for you, and being in nature to bond with the human and the divine. The unicorn here has a very long horn, very wise and spiritual. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. But not only that, the pureness is about the simplicity of accepting innocence and not complicating issues of the mind or the heart. It's looking at what is real, what is in your favour, for the good of others as well. So when we have pure intention of love with no struggle for our outcome, this is what we can be grateful for. This is a huge gift that the humanity has been given. So we have to be grateful for the very essence of what purity actually is. So with the unicorn shining the light, it again is over the fairy of light here. So when we look at pure light, it is from the divine source of pure light. Pure love. It's plain and simple. So what's the hidden aspect today? This is bringing forth what the fairies bring throughout nature. And they have the wisdom card. The wisdom fairy here shows that inner wisdom is the wisest wisdom. Tapping into an intuitive side and learning to be connected to that is essentially fantastic in our life. You can see the owl is white of purity. This is a signifying that it is pure. Your wisdom, if you tap into your psychic ability and your higher self, this is wise, this is wisdom, this is all-knowingness. And the fairy of wisdom says, have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. So for some people, challenges can be very daunting. But the fairies this week are saying, if we go outside, make things simple and transform into a lighter side of ourselves, we don't have to struggle with thought patterns. And that in itself is the wisdom of fairy magic and fairy blessings. So look at the purity this week in the nature, in the simplicity. Birds get up every day and sing their song, and then they go to sleep. Simple. And the streams, they just flow in the direction of where they flow. They don't change their mind and flow up the mountain. They flow down to the river, down towards the sea, and connect in that consciousness of what that is. And this is the purity of understanding of where we need to be. We just need to pay attention to nature, go outside, learn the simplicity of what things are doing, and then we can connect to our inner wisdom here of how we can develop and just be one with who we really are. So I hope that's helped this week. I know it's a bit of a challenge sometimes, but just being simple and accepting and just being very light. You know, like this fairy here, the Queen Fairy, it's light. So she doesn't make things heavy. It's very simple in its lightness. So it's not visible light. It's being weightless. Like a fairy flying through the air. Like your thoughts can move very, very fast. So be light. Don't take things too seriously and be heavy. Okay? So good luck this week and see you soon.